Our in-depth coverage of today's tragic elementary school shooting in Connecticut comes now on Eyewitness News Live at 5.
It's an unthinkable story we've been following all day long. The second worst school shooting in our nation's history, only behind Virginia Tech massacre. And minute by minute, new information continues to come in about what led up to this horrific attack. Now, here's what we know right now. At least 27 people were killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut this morning, 60 miles northeast of New York City. The dead include 20 young children and 7 adults, among them the suspected gunman, 20-year-old Adam Lanza. And tonight, police say another person has been found dead at a separate crime scene in the same town. Although this crime happened about 100 miles from the Rhode Island border, it clearly resonates with all parents, both here in southern New England and across our entire country. That's why we've dedicated all of our resources to bring you the information local families need to know. Eyewitness News reporter Nicole Estefan and Marilyn Scherer are standing by with a look at how the tragedy is being felt at schools right here in Rhode Island. But our in-depth coverage begins live in Newtown, Connecticut with Eyewitness News reporter Sean Daly.
Susan and Mike, it would be impossible to overstate the sadness in the air here in Newtown. We are here at a soccer field and a makeshift media briefing station where right now behind me you can see a huge throng of TV cameras, and behind what you probably can't see are several state police troopers telling reporters the very latest on this horrific situation. We have the very latest now from Eyewitness News reporter Inez Ferre.
More than 24 people are dead after a man opened fire at this elementary school in Connecticut. Most of them are children. As police converged on the scene, they evacuated students and staff to a firehouse up the street. An 8-year-old boy told CBS News what happened.
I saw some of the bullets going past the hall that I was right next to, and then a teacher pulled me into her classroom.
The gunman is identified as a 20-year-old man from New Jersey. Police say he was dead at the scene of an apparently self-inflicted gunshot wound. There is no word of a motive, but CBS News has learned his mother worked at the school, and most of the shooting happened in her classroom. When police arrived at the suspect's address, a body was found in the home.
Newtown police arrived at Sandy Hook Elementary shortly after 9:30 in the morning. They quickly called for state backup and a SWAT team and released word to expect the worst.
Within the hour, Homeland Security began updating the White House, where President Obama called the governor with condolences.
The majority of those who died today were children. Beautiful little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 years old.
Other schools in the area were put on lockdown. Parents rushed to pick up their children.
It's just horrible. I got a phone call from the school this morning. I didn't know what school it was or anything. They just said there was a shooting.
While the investigation continues, it is already one of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history.
And one gauge of just exactly what that means is that even among veteran news reporters who frankly don't get moved by very much anymore, especially not in a country where this sort of thing is way too common, today the news media, the reporters, people who've seen a lot of horrible things in our long careers are deeply moved by this. I will be back at 6 o'clock. We will have continuing coverage here on Eyewitness News, of course, as we go along. Until then, live in Newtown, Connecticut with the Satellite Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.